Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Drew, and I want to welcome you back to Learn How to See Better. And in today's episode, I want to talk to you guys about vibrational frequencies. So I've named this episode Vibrate Higher. Actually reminds me of an old song by the music group Outkast. And it just gives me a little reminiscing of some good music that I'd heard many years ago. But the point of what I want to talk about today is actually vibrating higher. Vibrating at a higher frequency. Think about it this way. Everyone's had good days and bad days, right? I'd venture to say that it's safe to say that on good days you feel like you got more energy, and on bad days you don't really feel so energized. You know, stub your toe getting out of bed in the morning, and it just kind of pulls something out of your mojo a lot of times that day. And many of us have to be cautious of our attitude, because one slight misstep or one slight inconvenience in our world or one slight unfortunate occurrence can throw our day into a topspin and force us to lose control. And as a result of that, what typically happens is we lose energy. We lose energy, that productive energy. We actually start to feel less capable of achieving our goals. If something unfortunate happens, or maybe someone doesn't smile or say hello in the morning, right? You might greet a coworker and they might be preoccupied with challenges in their own world, so maybe they don't even acknowledge you, and that might irritate you or get under your skin a little bit. I'm here to remind everyone that we are all at a different point on each of our own individual journeys. So what we want to be cautious of is letting the energy or negative energy from someone else or something else throw off our own positive energy. Because what I found is that the more we get around positive energy, positive people that are vibrating at a higher frequency, that tends to be contagious on one side or the other. So there's a certain power in community. There's a certain power in being social and surrounding yourself with people, right? And so when I talk about vibrating higher, it really boils down to what things that we do and what people we keep around us so that we're able to vibrate at our highest frequency possible. We want to be able to tap into the energy of the universe to help us all achieve our goals. You know, it's interesting. I was just traveling over the course of the weekend, and I had a nice opportunity. My wife and I were able to reunite with some friends of ours that we hadn't seen in several months. And it was so refreshing to get together with them as we had conversation and fellowship, and we broke bread together and had meals, and really we were essentially masterminding. It wasn't just like hanging out with any old friends, but when you realize sometimes when you spend time with people that are operating at that same vibrational frequency of positivity and aspirations, we know that we're tapping into something more powerful than ourselves. And what we found is all four of us recognize, my goodness, we need to do this more often. We need to get together more often, because the positive energy is contagious. So the same way we might have felt somewhat depleted from just the hustle and bustle of everyday life, we still carry positive energy within us. And similarly, they might have been feeling the same way in certain areas of their life, but the same rings true, that they carry positive vibrational energies within them. So what you find is you get together and you're all able to combine that positive energy. And what you find is that it's almost as though any area we might have been lacking in our world energetically, they had a surplus. And vice versa, any area of their life where they might have been lacking energy, we had a surplus. So it was like a symbiotic relationship, right? Both sides benefit from the energy that the other could contribute. And it was just so refreshing and so powerful to think that, my goodness, it is very important for us to make sure that we are doing our best to surround ourselves with people that support and encourage and uplift us. Because there's so much negativity in the world today that it's easy to get sucked in, to get drawn in, to get pulled down by the negative energy of the people around. And we have to be very cautious and stand guard at the door of our mind to ensure that our minds don't become polluted, that our vision doesn't become corrupted. So vibrational frequencies are so important to make sure that we pay attention to, because they can have a key factor. They play a key role in helping us to make sure that we're getting the most out of each and every day. One interesting thing I was just thinking of was something as simple as the fact that I just left the gym, right? And, I've been traveling. I was on the East Coast. Now I'm back on the West Coast, and my hours are all crazy misconfigured as I'm jet lagged and just trying to get back into the swing of things. But I've always understood that the strength is in the routine. So as we go back and look to get back into our routine, sometimes we realize that we have to kind of rebuild some of those grooves so we get back into the swing of things. And so as I get to the gym today, I meet my workout partner there, and you know what? He was already in the groove. He was already, moving and shaking and getting his thing going. And the beautiful thing about that was, by the time I set foot in the gym, albeit a little bit late, I was dragging a little bit, running late. And the thing is that I wanted to make sure that I hit the gym and applied all of the energy as though I've been hitting the gym day after day after day, when in all reality, my travel schedule has been hectic and I've missed a few days in the gym, right? So first day back, you're really just trying to muster that mojo all over again. But when I saw my buddy over there deep in the trenches getting the work done, I recognized that he was vibrating at a higher frequency. He was already in the groove. He was already humming along. And so what I was able to do just by getting around him, I was able to tap into that energy, and it helped me to adjust my own mindset. It helped me to adjust my own frequency so that I could get into my own optimal mindset and physical mode of performance. And if you watch, that's exactly what I did. I had a great workout. I was able to tune into the right channel. I was able to get my mind, my body, and my spirit all in the same operational brain plane. I was basically able to get everything in alignment. The same brain plane, the same physical plane, the same spiritual plane. Everything was operating at the same frequency. And like a well-oiled machine, I was able to perform. And I thought, wow, if I just come into the gym cold after a few days off, I might have gone through the motions, and it would have been very easy to say, well, you know what, I'm not feeling it today. I'm a little tired. I'm jet lagged, and, maybe I'll just come back tomorrow and get back into the swing of things then. But no, I snapped out of it. I tapped into the energy of my colleague, and I was able to borrow that energy. And I didn't take anything from him. It's like I had an unlit candle, and he had a lit candle, and I was able to reach out and light my own candle, and I didn't take anything away. But by the end, he was still lit. I was now lit, and we were able to move forward and get a great workout. And so I recognize once again, whether it's in a social setting or it's in, a workout or a performance athletic setting, it all boils down to the same concept, tuning into the right vibrational frequency, especially when you keep the right people around you. That's going to help you tune in to the right channel. It's going to help you tune into the right frequency to help you get the best out of yourself. Because more often than not, that is where a lot of our own personal fulfillment comes from. Knowing that we're doing our best, knowing that we're taking what we have and doing the best with it and making the best out of what we got. And that's really all we have is what we have. So make sure you utilize what you have. And I'm just excited to be able to share that little nugget with you all, because as you get your week going and you're trying to get back into the groove, if you've been out of sync, this can be one of the key things to get back in sync. If you find yourself going through a mental funk, go call a friend, phone a friend that you know is always positive and upbeat, because you can tap into their energy. You can borrow a little bit of their inner firepower to light your own candle and go forth and blaze a trail and conquer. So it's something to, again, just keep in mind from time to time, whether you're feeling down or you're feeling on top of the world, right? You can use those other times when you're on top of the world to lift other loved ones up. If they need a little oomph, if they need a little push, you can pour into them with your vibrational frequency. And remember that we are either influencers or we're becoming influenced. Every single day, that's what happens. We can go out and influence people positively, or we can be influenced. But if we're going to choose to be influenced by others, be sure to do it in a way that's going to help serve us, that's going to help propel you towards the places you want to go, the things you want to do and accomplish, and be focused on making the positive changes in your life that are necessary to get you to where you want to go. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Don't be afraid to phone a friend. And don't be afraid to take advantage of the state control capabilities that we all have within us. Change your focus, change your language, change your physiology so that you too can vibrate at a higher frequency. So with that, I hope you all are able to take something from this and go forth and have a fantastic week. And I cannot wait until you guys tune in to yet another episode of Learn How to See Better. Thanks, everyone.